I think Americans' fears of inflation have turned irrational. And I think we probably need to be watching what we do rather than listening to what we say. Hey there, Phil Plourd, Head of Insights for Ever.Ag here. Please be sure to read the disclaimer at the end of this video. On Friday, we saw the final April reading of the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. It was a touch better than the preliminary reading, but still terrible. Lowest level since October of 2022. Fourth worst reading since the survey began in 1978. Consumers are glum, and inflation expectations are a big reason why. Consumers told the University of Michigan people that they expect to see prices up 6.5% a year from now. That's kind of crazy when you consider that the most recent CPI reading came in at 2.4% in March. So, a huge gap between what we just saw and what the expectation is for the future. Matter of fact, the fourth biggest gap ever by that measure. Why the disconnect? Well, I think a few things are going on. First off, I don't think the average consumer is chicken hawking the CPI report on publication day the way that myself and other analysts are. I don't think they realized the last number was 2.4% necessarily. Second, we just had a bout of horrific inflation in 2022, and we did see 9% inflation at the time. So there's that. Third, a lot of headlines recently about trade wars and tariffs as being inflationary. I think that's very fresh in our minds, very fresh in the news. And fourth, we have some very tangible, visceral examples out there of inflation. The price of eggs in the month of March was double what it was a year prior. So it's almost like, hey, I don't care what your index says at 2.4%. Price of eggs has doubled. I'm not going to say that we can't have 6.5% inflation in a year. Seems unlikely to me. The big fear, of course, is that consumers slow their spending because of fear. But right now, the indicators still look pretty good. A little bit of softness here and there, nothing major. And so I'm not telling you that we're going to have boom times here. I think we're still very vulnerable. But the more I think about things, the more I look at the indicators, the more I believe that these fears are a little bit overblown. And while things aren't great, and certainly not great for everyone, I'm not sure we're sliding off a cliff. If you're interested in reading Phil Plourd's Monday Morning Demand Notes, get in touch with us at insights@ever.ag.